Hey, this morning we're just doing verse 17, and it's a real downer, but hey, let's do it. See what happens. Throughout his life, he also eats in darkness with great vexation, sickness, and anger. All right, verse 17 alone today, and yes, through his life he eats. He's got darkness, vexation. He's got a big zero. We're back into this, this awful pessimistic line. But again, Ecclesiastes goes back and forth, back and forth. This is what life under the sun is, life without God. And this is what life with God in it looks like. There's good pieces in there. But because we've kind of entered into this period of brokenness because of sin in the world, we get, unfortunately, this grave darkness. And God, through his angels, through his Holy Spirit, he works to bring us out of that darkness. Nobody's going to be left without an opportunity. Jesus is the light, John chapter 1, verse 9, who lights every man. So Jesus is our hope, and we're glad for that. But I want you to know that God, even though there's emptiness and darkness without God, there is goodness and good things with God. But here we have a picture in verse 17, darkness, emptiness, lack of meaning. And this is what you get. You get a life, 70 years, 80 years, and at the end of the day, you look out and you got your aches and pains, and all these things are happening, and your body's deteriorating, and you're going to die. You're going to face judgment, because all of us will face judgment. But what have you got? If you've never turned and looked at things from God's line, you've got a big batch of nothing. So here's kind of a warning in verse 17, very pessimistic verse. But life without God, it lands in verse 17. You don't want that. You don't want that at all. All right, let's put in a note at verse 17. And so this was the dark one. This was a very depressing kind of situation described here. And again, we're at the same place. Life without God is dark and lonely and meaningless. Because, we're not meeting the purpose that God has. We're missing the boat, so to speak. So throughout life, you eat, but you eat in darkness. You have all these challenges. You have sickness. What can you do with that? You have anger, and so you wind up dying angry. So this is not the way to go. Instead, we can have life and joy and peace and fulfillment. Because, we meet our purpose in creation when we come to our Creator. So tomorrow, verses 18 to 20, be with me.